Greetings and salutations, YouTube world. Brad, I know, sit down, Brad, as Dave would say. Sit down, Brad. 2 weeks in a row. So this week, C and the better half are at a baby shower for my niece. So I have about an hour, maybe, half hour, 45 minutes, somewhere in that line. So, as John Mangini would say, let's throw some cards. Except these aren't vintage and these are hockey, so it's the Canadian version, I guess. Anyhow, let's extend that soapbox and let's roll. So, first off, these are, I think, the latest iteration of Parkhurst. So, Parkhurst, for a number of years, they went to like a retail blaster box type deal. Then they are back as Parkhurst champions in a hobby format. So I think this is the base. This might be the base. I think this might be the base. And then, you have two versions thereof. I think we talked about this last week, but there's the... Yes, Steve, there's doubles. But one's the base, one's the parallel. And then when you talk about parallel, there's the rainbow foil. And rainbow. I busted my fingers, so I have some kind of something. That's covered too. Where's it at? Does this one have it? Rainbow foil board. There it is. Put that back where it belongs. So, I don't know what else. There's a one that's numbered I have to look for, but that gives me a decent start. I grabbed a couple of these because they were cheap, and I'm gonna, Joe, you'll get some of these. But this is out of SP Authentic. This is 24-25, so this is last year. So you have a red, and then you have your base insert over here as I shake it to show you the difference. So, good use of shine. You can see it there. Pretty cool. So, got those. What else do we got? Some Black Diamond. Let's go through this because after last week's quote-unquote episode, I got in here and started breaking them down so I'd have easier stacks. This is the Exquisite Tandem, so exquisite inside. I think this is Black Diamond. Yep. The Exquisite Collection. 23-24. Why do I think that was in Black Diamond? I don't know. Can't remember. But yeah, Yager, and Yager, as they used to say in Pittsburgh, and Mario. And that's numbered. Is that one numbered? Yep, 299. See, under the Robo Penguin, it's hard to pick up, but it's there. Very hard to pick up, but it's there. Anywho, like I always say, I try to grab at least two. Might grade one day, so I have a graded copy. I don't know. 23-24 Black Diamond. And then this is 1920 Black Diamond. Out of 249. That's the Flying V Robo Penguin jersey I prefer. And then here is, let's see what we have here. This year they went to 349 instead of 249. Joe, I think you're getting one of these because I look to have enough. That's a cool design. They did well. And there's parallel versions of this that I have, but I don't know where I have them. That's part of this organizational exercise. So 24, 25 black diamond. And then these are the 349 too. This is 22, 23 black diamond. And there's parallels. I know there's a blue that I seen, and I think there's a pink or a red. But all that will come at a later time when I actually go through the different groups, much like Steve does with by year. I'll probably do it by groups, and then maybe by year. Graded, I'll probably do by year. But then these I'll probably do like tops, and then Donruss, and so on and so forth. And then this is another black diamond. There's a purple version. I think I showed it last week, maybe, possibly. $2.99 again. So some years are $3.49, some are $2.99. I think Brad mentioned that as time goes on, the print run goes up, or they just don't do a print run at all for the base. So that's 22, 23 black diamond. There's my Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, just like chilling here. I'll put that over there. Hope you're doing well, Jeff Morris. I said that's why I got that card. Because it reminds me of when I pulled one on the Insert Revolution podcast, usually Tuesday nights at 9:05 Eastern Time, with me, Broncos Steve, Amish Dave Archer, Bob, Lewis, and Michael, this film not yet rated, and the rest of the family. And I forgot Ty. Ty, if you're out there, I forgot you last week. And I probably forgot other people, but that's the major one I forgot. So Ty, I'm sorry. So you're remembered this week, my friend. You're remembered this week. There's Mikey Mo and Mario. It's out of In the Game. So that was when we played him in the Stanley Cup. That was when it was the Minnesota North Stars. He was a rookie. Look at that. Look at that head of hair. That's what Vinny's hair used to look like back in the day. And then life happened. And it was sort of stressful. They say it has nothing to do with that, but I digress. Anywho, Radiance FX with a galaxy here. There we go. That's the blue. $2.99. There's parallels of this. But SPX, beautiful cards. What do we got here? This is Ultimate Collection out of $3.99. 10-11. SP Notables out of SP Authentic 0607. And that's number 2, $9.99. Apparently Amazon's here. Here, Michael, there's your UD Black base card that we were talking about. UD Black this week. That's what it looks like in person. Nice hollow foil everywhere. And that's out of 1516 UD Black. And then UD Black went into other products. Much like the Exquisite. Out of Tim Hortons. This is a canvas card. There's Gretzky. And there's Mario. That was Canada. Canada Moments. Canvas card. There is the Emerald /99 All-Star uniform, Coho gloves. Does he have a Bauer helmet? No, it's his Wales. Usually he has the Jaffa helmet, or however you pronounce it. Let's see. 12-13 artifacts. Artifacts, to quote 011 and Steve. Showed that last week. This is the 949, what I just showed. The blue, this is the regular base insert. Radiance out of SPX. Radiance FX. Now, this one has a die cut, and then the harder one is this one that's not a die cut. So when I see these, I grab them. It's a quad diamond out of black diamond. 910. This was a short-lived set. I think there's only 2-3 years of this one. On a roll. That's just a base card. UD first team. They were still using the Robo Penguin. These are Coho jerseys, I believe. You can notice by this gold, and then I think the next year they switched to a different gold that you'd see it went to that gold, which it's hard to, let's see. They went to that gold, but the gold on the black sweater is the Coho gold. Maybe they're the same. I can't tell. But the gold changed eventually. It's not that deep, darker gold. Anyhow, another short-lived set. Sweet Shots. Or Sweet Shot. Not shots. Shot. 0708. So most of these are post-retirement. Well, second retirement. There's Trilogy, base. Upper Deck can make a base card. Consider the most dangerous one-on-one player to ever play the game. That's a nice one. And then original playing days. There's Score. That's a Golden Blades. So right there, you could scan that with your little decoder and see if you're a winner, and then try to get the artist proof. I can't remember if I showed. I did so many takes last week, I don't even know if I showed this, but if not, there's the Panini sticker I needed. These are some unlicensed stuff. I'm trying to go back and grab all these. Superstar Heroes Incorporated. I think I've shown this in a video too. That's the Summit Ice. And it wasn't Upper Deck that started it. There it is right there, Summit Ice. So Pinnacle was doing it. Now everybody should do it and relieve us of the problems of trying to determine if it's a sonar or a giraffe or shark version. That would help. This is a silver coin out of Pinnacle Mint. There's a gold version. And then some of these are hollow, where you actually insert the coins that came with the set. So there's brass and silver and gold plated. So Pinnacle Mint. This is SP Authentic base. Try to get these. This is 0506. This is Crosby and Ovi's rookie year. I think I almost have enough to do a page and a binder. So that's why the extras. And then whatever's extra, they go to Joe. There's the blue, not the mirror blue. Not certified. Looks like he plays for the LA Kings, and he's left-handed. But that's a Mozambique stamp. Thought that was pretty cool. I said, let me get that one. So that's different. What is this? This is Calder, I think. Is this Calder? Yeah. So Pacific Calder. There might be a silver version. One's hobby, one's retail. But that's Calder. Now that's a grin. You're really going to think you're going to stop me, aren't you? That's not going to happen. That's that look. Vinny gives that look a lot. Did I just talk to him about myself in the third person like Ricky Henderson? Yeah, I watched the games. Anyhow, that's for you, Ed. Fan to see. I just put this set together. This was a mail-in, I believe. Like I said, when I get to the going through the groups of stuff for like Pinnacle in this case, I will give all the details. But right now I'm just showing cards because it's what I enjoy, and I'll get to the details at some point. This is Tim Hortons too. Tim Hortons record books. That's a good looking. That's a insert. Joe, I think this is going to be yours because I think I have another one. Regents out of Pacific. 97 of 499 out of Panini. I think that is going to be yours, so I'm going to put it on the side. That one's out of 2000, 2001 when they did the, I think I showed a refractor from 01, 02 last time. But this is the commemorative set of, I think it's 23 cards. Then there's refractors and what have you for the Topps Chrome. And then there it is, 23. So 12 of 23. So the first time is always OPC and Topps cards, and then you got your Topps and OPC like subset cards within the set, and your Bowman cards. So this is 02, 03 Topps. We're getting to the end of the Topps run in hockey. And then there's a refractor version of this. Then in the paper, I think there's different color up here would tell you if it's a box set or it's the regular pack pulled set. Then you got Beehive. There's variations of this. That's 05, 06. Again, that's Ovi and Sid's rookie year. After returning in 1997, Lemieux returned to Penguins as a player-owner in 2000. Man, that was poor reading skills. After retiring in 1997, Lemieux returned to the Penguins as a player-owner in 2000. This is retired days. I think this is 99. And then there's a card that I think goes this way and links up to this. I think it's Yager. I can't remember, but we'll get to that in another time. My ode to vintage for the day. Pour one out for Strongsville. That's out of Parkhurst, 03. I think I got to double that one too, Joe, so we'll get you one of them. Out of the cup, I think I got another one of these. Exquisite Collection. I think it's in the cup this year, so yeah. See, it doesn't tell you, does it tell you what it's in? No, but this is definitely from the cup. And the same picture's on a Tim Hortons card. Where else do we got here? There's Black Diamond. 07, 08. Just put this set together, finished it up. I had some from before. Ice Icons. Nice shiny deal. And there's a patch card of this too. Or actually it's just a jersey. More Pinnacle. First Strike. I'm putting this set together, going through all my boxes, finding those where I pulled them over the years from packs. Then this is the special edition out of Upper Deck in the 90s. There's a gold version of this. I'm going to try to put that set together. I don't know what I have that I collected over the years, because I always bought packs. Even when I wasn't collecting, I'd buy packs and just stick them in a box. So, got to see what I have. That's the whole point of going through all this. But anyhow, Panini Classic Ticket. And there's parallels of this. There's a purple and there's I think there's a purple. No, that's the other one. But there's a numbered version of this one. But you always see this damage down here. Have not found any that don't have a little bit of rubbing from cards to cards and rubbed off the ink material down here. And then there's Bowman. Young Stars. There's parallel versions of this. There's a gold and a silver ice, I think. Again, that's a Coho jersey. Out of ice, Cool Cuts. Anything that he's shooting, I like. This is another manufactured patch that I needed. Trophy winners, Bill Masterson trophy. Hard to say memorabilia card when it's manufactured, but it is manufactured memorabilia. What's that? What is this? Oh, Parkhurst 50 years. So Bobby Burrell has some stuff on YouTube, and you can see it on Instagram, and it'll tell you where to go on Parkhurst. If anybody knows, Bobby knows. When it comes to cards pre-1990 and it's hockey, Bobby Burrell is your source. His app's called, I think, Need'em. So, if you're into vintage hockey, and that's your thing, go check out Bobby Burrell's app, Need'em. I think it's Nedum. But watch the Insert Revolution podcast again. We have an episode where Bobby talks about it. So, let's see here. These are out of Trilogy. Joe, I think I have one of these for you too. So the Frozen in Time. Up to $7.99. And then they come covered like this. And then uncovered, it looks like this. That's how you protect cards there. Frozen in Time. And that's out of, yeah, it's down here, but it's reversed. So it's, no, it's on the front. That's why that's even hard to see. So that's 41 or something. Quality Control Upper Deck. That wasn't pending very well on that one. There's another one at $5.99. There's your goodness right there. Do the dot matrix like this one, but put it on something so it doesn't end up like that. Frozen in Time. 9-10 Trilogy. And I think I showed this last week, but I think you're getting one of these too, Joe. There's a numbered one that's gold. And then I think there's a 101. But the Skyline, Francis Yager and Mario. What else do I got? Let's see here. This is all the new Stature 24-25. So give me a moment. I'm going to see what I got. Because I grabbed these as they come out for the sole purpose that in the past, what would happen is if you didn't and say, oh, I have plenty of time. I have plenty of time. You do not have plenty of time because people like to collect the rainbows. And, well, there's a insert set that I said, oh, I got plenty of time. Well, I haven't seen any of them in years. And when they pop up, it's the ones I have. So I try to grab these when I can. And Joe, I think I might have enough for a couple of these for you, sir. So there's the base out of $11.99. Let me just do this. So there's the base. 24-25 Stature. And then there is, which one's next? That's that. Then there's 249, the red. Oh, it even tells you red. There. And then, actually I should have did this one first, the green, 375. There's the green. And then here's the orange to $1.99, $1.91 and $1.99. And then there's the blue to $99, $89 and $99. I like it in the blue the best. If it had purple, I'd probably like the purple the best, but that's the blue. That's as far as I got, down to 99. And then there's, this is out of Stature 2. This is an insert. Dignified. That's 22, 23. And here is the blue version to 15. I think I got this on ComC. There's the blue. I'm parched. I have to have a drink here. What's all this? Oh. All-time Hollow View. Mario. Bronze. 24-25 SPX. Out there. This is SP Authentic. Just the base card. That we've already seen a version. We've seen that one. SPX Excitement 724 at $9.99. 0607. That's year after retirement. What is this? This is Upper Deck Full Throttle. A young Mario Lemieux. 15-16 Upper Deck, so McDavid rookie year. Back to Private Stock Titanium, the blue, out of 450. We've seen that. That was a trilogy. There's one of these. This is out of 0001. Topps Chrome. That's his OPG for that year. Let's see here. Where do they have it on this one? So let's see. It's 17 of 23. Upper Deck Ice base and the card behind it. See the finger? I saw the other card. So I think I got Dave one of these at Brodeur. It's 14-15 ice. In the game used. There you go. There's a Coho jersey too. Just a base card. That's out of limited Panini. Black and white shot. That's out of $2.99. What is this? Oh, this is SP Authentic. I think I almost have enough for a sheet of these, Joe, and then if you need one of these, I'll send one your way. Still haven't found your box, Joe. I know the day I move out of this house is the day I find it, but I digress. There's one of those snowman ornaments out of ice. I think I might have one of these for you too, Joe. Seems to be a common theme today. Spectrum FX, and there's a gold version of this. That one's already claimed, so somebody scratched that off and claimed it. I think why I got it so cheap. Topps Stadium Club. Bob Lewis. You know they're known for their photography. Topps Stadium Club. Again, a Coho jersey. That's Immortals. Is it? No. Perennials. Perennials. I got that set going. I used to buy packs of that every once in a while, and I think I have like 6 or 7 of those. So I got to finish that up. This is Pacific too, the red version. You can see it up there. I don't think it's numbered. I just think it's red. Yeah. I guess this is SP Game Used base. There goes cards onto the floor. I'll get those in a moment. SP Essentials out of SP Authentic to $19.99. Out of $9.10 Authentic. Etched in Time out of $1,100. Let's see. That's Playing Days. Seasons to Remember, A Piece of History. That was another short-lived set for Upper Deck hockey in the early 2000s. Trilogy base. That's a nice base card. 05-06 trilogy. Flash of Excellence. Plus, when I redo this, they won't have all these blue pieces of tape. 15-16 upper deck overtime. All this has to go in new top loaders, and then I reused the top loaders for Christmas. There's Trilogy Base. 9-10. Let's see what fell on the floor. Joe, I'm still struggling to find the black and white one I gotta grab. That's out of 24-25. It's the canvas card. Love that shot. That was used in, was it Leaf? As one of the cards when he had a set in Leaf that had 8 or 9 cards, maybe 10. But that was one of the shots in that. So that's a shot that's out there that's been used a couple of times. The Pinnacle B. Working on putting this set together. I pulled like 3 or 4 of them. I don't think I ever pulled Mario. But they call it Pinnacle B because of that. But it's Team Pinnacle. There's the Top Stadium All-Stars. There's a members only version of this with him and Wayne. Now and Then. I'm going to work on this set eventually. I don't think I ever pulled any of these. But there's Wah, Kirk Muller, and Mario. That's out of Flair, 96-97. Limited. Out of Panini. Again, that's $2.99. Certified Mirror Red. Out of Panini. I love this card. That's the 250. I got the Emerald Auto of this one. But I grab those when they're cheap. There's a blue and there's another color, but this I think is the red. Out of 9-10 Champs. Another canvas card. There's a black and white version of this. I think I have that one. It's 22-23 Upper Deck Extended. Let's see. Here you go. Artifacts. 129 and 399 the red. Trying to do all these rainbows, but it's proven difficult. 13-14 artifacts. What else? There's another Radiance FX to 549. I think the other one was in the 900s, but this base is to 549. I like this one. I just like this printing. It does it for me, as they say, out of 22-23 SPX. Seeing red, there's a regular one that's just red, and then there's a silver, and then this is the gold. It's out of 23-24 Extended. Ultimate Collection out of 199. 14-15. So last week I showed some of these. Here's my double ode to Strongsville. Pour one out, as they say. That's the red back. But I need the foil one that's numbered, and it's proving evasive. Private stock. Is that private stock titanium? Nope, just regular private stock. It's the red, there's a blue, And I think that, I can't remember how that ear works, but again, you have to look at the color that's up here, and that determines if it's hobby or retail, or then apparently one of my daughter's hairs is stuck to the tape. That was weird. Anywho, tops, total tops. We had a whole conversation about that on the IRP, about that naming nomenclature. Again, Coho jersey. I got this. I bought a lot of this when it was really cheap, so I have almost a whole set. So I got to look at putting that together. There's another Parker's Champions shiny version, speckled. ITG memorabilia. This one's numbered. This is the Sapphire to 100. 27 of 100. POE, Program of Excellence, Mario. I think I got this cheap on the Sharks a couple weeks ago, like $4 or $5. There's Tim Hortons. It's lenticular, sort of lenticular. Yeah, semi-lenticular. The Tim Hortons. I can't remember if I showed it. Joe, you might be getting one of these. I think I showed these. I'll have to figure it out. Game used. SP game used. That's just the base. Ambassadors of the Game out of Upper Deck. $9.10. Legends Hollow Foils, Mario. $24.25. SP Authentic. There's the regular ingrained base. It's out of $2.99. And I got some new ingrained, so we'll take a look at that here in a moment, but that's $23.24. Yeah, Joe, you're getting one of those canvas cards, because I got a couple of them. So then this one, it's Terry Bradshaw and Mario out of Hometown Heroes. Let's see. UD Football Heroes, 09. So, a hockey card and a football set, maybe. And last stack of this before I show the other stuff. Let's see what we got here. This might take me a moment. Let's do this. We do that. We do this. Do that. Talks among yourself. There. Yeah, this is part of the organization process that sucks, because you have to integrate all these cards into your collection, and then you got to find the time to do all this. Well, this is when I do it, but I just bring it to you at the same time. That. There's this. I just had those. Nope. Those. Those. I gotta see what I have, because I'm trying to put these all together, these rainbows. And, well, yeah, Joe, you're getting some of these too. Oh boy. There we go. There, and there. Okay. Let's go back. What do we got here? Nope. Yeah, by the tapping of top loaders, you know there's a bunch here, because when they go on ComC e-pack, they're like 35 cents, and you buy enough to fill a page. So let's go. Okay, let's fix the setup first. It's all about the setup. Everybody knows that. So there's Synergy base. No, that's not Synergy base. That's Synergy red. The base would be clear and numbered. So there's Synergy. There's no code. Now, that's the one. Oh, excuse me. There's the one that you would scratch to get the code, to get the gold, the bounty. So those are those. There's a Synergy red. There's a coded one. I think I just grabbed that one because I didn't have a coded one. Let's look at these. I think these are all one on. So this is 2324 Synergy. No code. Then here's the only one I got. Same card. Just there's the code, the bounty. So that's that. Let's see, what are these? I got this in cheap. The 56 impact players. I'm missing one of the lower numbered ones. I forget which, but I thought it was this one and I was wrong. So I bought a duplicate in error. This is Synergy. Fearless Leaders. Hockey's a tough physical game, and it should be. This one's just chilling out. I think I grabbed this at ComC because it was $1. But I got to work on the rainbow with him and Sid. And then those are synergistic duos out of Synergy. And then these are the synergistic duos. This is what, 2425. So this is the last year. And I never saw him come on e-pack to go on the ComC. I didn't see him on the e-pack site, but that's him and Malkin. And then here is the numbered to 199 version. It's the green, it looks to be. So there's like 2 or 3 parallels to that. So I gotta try to figure that one out. There's NHL Monuments. Interesting card. Sort of like oil and water pattern type deal. 2425 Synergy. Then here's Cranked Up. Let's see what we got here. Almost in order. So this is 2324 Cranked Up, Brad, Cranked Up. To 849, there's your base insert. And then it goes to 599, which is the red. See the finger? And then after the red, I think it goes, there might be something in between, I don't remember. It's the blue. It's $3.99. And then I think I have more of these, but this is all that's sitting here. There's the $1.99. The purple. And then here is Cranked Up. What do I got here? I think this is the base. Let's see here. The colors are weird because that's your base to $6.99 insert. But then you have your green to $65. It's just a darker green. And then you have your blue to $2.49. There's some dirty top loaders. And then this is to $25, the pink, 7 of 25. They're coming for me. CCM setup for the sticks. And then you saw this in the background last week. But Joe, you're going to get some of these too, because I got some doubles. I got some of these for you. So, there you go. Now, this is what replaced Cranked Up. Is what's called colorways. So, and this has been difficult putting this together because, frankly, they haven't popped up much. So when they popped up originally, I grabbed some. So this is the base insert with this gray and gold, or gray and yellow. I kind of dig this almost more than Cranked Up. So that's that. And then there's like the yellow highlighter version that's still not numbered, which is a shorter print than that one. And then there's the blue to 99, 20 and 99. And lastly, there is the one I got to 49, which is the pink, and that's as far as I think I got. I got to see what else is out there. I haven't seen it because then I would have checked my checklist and seen what was going on. But that's the Coho setup and a Jaffa helmet. There's the pink. So that's those. So that's all the stacks that were sitting here last week that I didn't get through. So let me move some stuff around, and then this is this week's pickups. And then I think we're almost an hour video. So what do we got here? Oh, look. I picked up a colorways. So I can put that in that pile. And then I picked up another one of these. So, stuff that you've seen. I grabbed another one of those cheap, the Ultimate Collection of 149. I picked up one of these, the little cards out of ice. Looks like those old stands we used to have where you put a puck over here and a card here. Pretty good idea. Top Choice Mirror Red. And that one's out of 250. Out of Crown Royale. I don't think that's numbered. Nope, not numbered. This was the new card for that 0001 set. This is card number 23. That's the new card that they made for that year of Topps. So that's the end card of the paper version the 001 tops. It's covered here to tell you that it's 23. But that's the 23rd card for that set. This was cool. And Joe, I already told you I got one of these put aside because I bought enough. So you crashed the game. There's a blue one that was from the United States. Well, this one's from Canada. And instead of, I think it's R18, it's C18. So these came in the mail this week. It's this number here. You crashed the game. So Joe, that definitely have one of those put aside for you. I can't remember if I had one of these to 250, but I grabbed one. So this is UD Superstars. I never remember seeing that in the old collection, so I snagged it. Picked up another one of these. I just can't help myself. Just love that card. I love the setup. Jaffa Coho Super Pants. Those. And there's the paper. That's card number 1 or 2, depending on, let's see, that's OPG, so it would be number 2. So yeah, 2 of 23. So these were really cheap. I got this in number 1, the Topps version, and that other card. But these are almost, they're rarer than his rookie in a way. So, last cards. I'm waiting for some cool ones to come in, but this is out of the cup. Elegant Etchings. So, there you go, Joe and Paul. That's what it looks like in hand. I'm trying to catch the light for the hollow foil. There's an autograph version of this. These are the $1.99. And then, almost lastly, so this is the ingrained for the latest iteration. That's the base. There's no numbering. So there's your base card. Put that there. And then here is the ebony version that's numbered. Let's see, $1.99. 59. I thought it was a Shorzy of $1.99, but it's 59 of $1.99. Ingrained. And then the last card will end it on 104 of 105 out of Heads Up. Rink Immortals. Yeah, Rink Immortals. You don't see many of these pop up. Maybe 4 or 5 in the last 5 years. But when they do, it was a good deal, and I binned it. So that's that. That's everything. Everything. It's all the stuff that came in, all the stuff that was sitting on this desk. It's all the stuff. So now, I probably won't do another video till I get some stuff. And it'll be a lot shorter than this, because everything I got that's not processed is sitting here. So that's the next thing to do. Put everything in order, and then buy top loaders and team bags and all that stuff and organize it all. So, yeah. 10 seconds short of an hour. Bunch of cards. That's what this hobby does. And we showed some cards. Soapbox retract. And we'll see you next time there, YouTube. It's your Uncle Vinny. Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye-bye.